Welcome to Thrive Radio. I'm your host, Amy Montgomery, entrepreneur and digital marketing agency owner. Today, my guest is Olga Wendling. She is the founder of Exchange.space, where she helps business owners with business development, strategy, and growth. Olga, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah, thank you for coming on today. Can you share your journey with us and how you became a business coach?
Sure. That actually was quite a long journey because majority of my life I was working for somebody. I was an employee. I was working for Fortune 500 companies. I was working for startups and scale-ups. And I was always focused on business growth. So from different perspectives such as strategy, business development, sales, mergers and acquisitions, joint ventures. So long story short, had a successful corporate career and always had a great respect for entrepreneurs because these are the people who put their skin in the game and trying to make this world a better place. But I never actually thought that I would become one. So it was early 2020. I was living and working in Geneva in Switzerland. I was working for a big company in the technology sector. So having a very usual corporate hamster wheel, working very hard, traveling a lot, trying to find the time for myself, for my family, etc. And then, bam, just the pandemic happened. And it put a hard stop on that hamster wheel. And I was completely lost at the beginning. Wow, where's the wheel? What do I do now without wheel? What are my habits, my routine? But the more time passed, the more I realized that actually I liked it because I had time to ask myself the right questions. What I'm doing and why I'm doing those things. And basically I understood that the experience I had was already too big to be fit in a very small box that is called corporate role and description. And that's what the time to start changing. And I started Exchange. And this is an experience sharing platform for entrepreneurs and business owners. So I took everything that I learned in my previous life, such as how I manage the business ventures, what are the frameworks I used, what are the best practices that I noticed and I experienced. And I added some other expertise that I had, psychology, negotiation training, sales training, mediation. And I also added something that I always had on the side. This is the creativity. And that's how I created Exchange that is experience-based, but still easy to understand and fun to follow. What I do is via my website and via my services, I provide advisory to entrepreneurs and business owners. I write, speak, and train about business growth. And I invite some experts for my video blog where they share their lessons learned. And as well as I share the free resources with entrepreneurs because at the beginning of the journey, they need to be very cautious about the expenses. So I just contribute what I've learned via free resources on my website so that they can benefit from that. Was the story.
Amazing. So in walking through your journey so far, what are you grateful for?
Well, that's an easy answer. It's people, because I met great people along this journey. Some of them, they served me as examples. Others, they opened the opportunities for me. Some helped me through difficult times, and the others celebrated successes, but definitely they all were very important, and that's what I'm most grateful for.
Yeah, definitely. So how do you help business owners identify what the next step in their business is?
The business is a part of life. So it's a part of a bigger picture. And that's why before we go into details, such as what is the next step, we need to take a step back and see what is the bigger picture. What are we doing? Why are we doing that? So to give you an example, I spoke with an entrepreneur and he created a company for 5 years in the business, grew quite a lot, had a team of over 80 people and spent 24/7 dealing with the business, managing everything, putting off fires. And when I asked him the question, what is your vision for the future? What are you trying to achieve? The answer was like, I'm just trying to survive here. I need to understand what I'm doing the next. And that's a big problem because when you start the business, you started to thrive. Like you have a thrive focus, you have a thrive podcast. So you don't start business to survive. Basically, we worked together with this entrepreneur, and after some initial resistance, we were able to understand that, okay, he had big plans for his business, but he also had some personal goals for the next 3-5 years, such as being less involved in his business and spending more time on the things that he liked doing, such as having people around him with whom he can travel, he could be outdoors, he could meet new people. And he was actually afraid to admit this to himself. But once we've done that, once we put this big picture together, then we said, okay, so how we can go from here to here? I will tell you, and I think it's very important for female entrepreneurs, especially, because we as women, when we start the business, we are rarely alone. There are significant others, kids, elderly parents, siblings, pets. And it's very important to put yourself first. Because when you start the business, your business is basically yourself. So you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your needs, of your goals. You have a plan, stick to it, prioritize the things, putting yourself first so you don't get burnt out. Be patient, be kind to yourself. Don't judge yourself too much when the things are not moving as fast as you want. So be mindful, be careful, really invest in yourself and your own goals. Put yourself first. That's the advice.
I like that. So Olga, if there are people that are listening that would love to work with you, what's the best way to contact you?
The best way would be to visit my website. It's exchange, x-change.space. And there they have a lot of information. As I said, there are blog articles, there are vlogs, there are free resources, and there is a way to contact me. So please feel free to do so. I'd be really happy to share my experience and my views on how you can help to grow your business.
Perfect. I'll put all those links down below as well. Thank you so much for coming on today and sharing your expertise.
Thank you, Amy, for having me. It was a pleasure.
And if you're listening, you want more information about this podcast and upcoming shows, you can visit acalltothrive.com. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful week.